like Graham Usher was 3-4 years ago when he first got introduced to us here at the Super Series. So for me, it's just really amazing that we are still having that conveyor belt of finding the new faces who can come here and live with the best of already here.
Absolutely. It's great to see the new talent. Richard McKee with the first opportunity here to take this opening leg. Double 16 for a 1.56 for the opener. That is perfection from Richard McKee. 6 perfect darts, 180 backed up by a 1.56.
Graham, you require 126.
Yeah, break is only good if you can hold your throw in the next leg. We all say that.
114.
And that would have been a way to say, hey, mate, you're going to have to do some more of that if you're going to get me.
And we quite often say it, when you've won Group A, obviously you've got those couple of days off.
Graham,
Richard McKee would have been playing
12.
here yesterday. I've just had a couple of days away from the hockey.
No score.
Really unfortunate. Took a bit of a deflection and just floated up into the double 13. So a chance here for McKee.
Oh, wow.
Second leg, Richard McKee.
Ton plus shot number 7. He'll go top side of that. He's going to have to just take a little step across. The gap is there.
No score.
Didn't get the right trajectory, and we haven't seen him do that very much this last week.
Can he use that? Yes, he can. Oh, in off the barrel. 3 apiece. And now Graham Usher with that advantage to throw the winning chance there for Usher. Now come and gone, and it's McKee for 148. And we've seen him take out some big shots, but he's not taking out this one.
Yeah, 7 ton plus as he's had up to now. He's not going to make it 8.
16.
It's Usher on double 8. He will slide his way in.
8.
Oh, he's gone and given
Richard, you require 8.
Once again, he's given a golden opportunity here to McKee, and he's done this all week, McKee. He's done that all week. He wins the first match in Group 1. And up
requires 76.
This evening, and to be fair, the averages through the week.
68.
See, he's been polishing those shots off.
103.
And they started to get away from him last night, and he cannot afford for too many more like that to happen again this evening. Because you're getting your BFH, your bus fare home, if that's the case.
Second leg, Devon Peterson.
And if you're going to have one of those standout nights in terms of performances, it's wonderful whenever it happens. You can't predict when it's going to happen, but you want it to happen tonight. You want it on finals night more than anything else.
It's like lighting your Guy Fawkes bonfire 2 days early, isn't it? And it's gone by the time you get there and you need it. It's gone, and Peterson there with a 120 check really has come to the party.
It's Devon to throw first. Devon, you require
Well, that'll be the wake-up
20.
call he needed, seeing that first 60 go in for Harrysson. So it's double 10 again for Peterson. Down the barrel, surely. Yes, he does indeed. That is a massive 4-0 win, and probably an upset here in the second game this evening.
Richard, you require 170.
Not to go this time. He's decided that yesterday he was going for the ball with the last start. Went the sensible route with the 34. Pressures this 44 of McEwen's. Now, is he as cool as he looks, McEwen? Yes, he is.
Flag, Jim McEwen.
That's kind of, yeah, young man, I'm going nowhere. Do you know who I am?
The 3 legs will kind of force at least a 9-dart shootout. I think he's just here going like leg, win, just win.
In my experience in this back room, there's always one person that thinks they know and they're trying to help you, when in fact by telling you they are not helping
64.
you at all.
Richard, you
I
require
agree.
104.
Yeah, looking to save his throw with another ton plus checkout, and it's double 12. The target once again. He's been deadly on double 12, and there goes the 104. 3-2. McKee now within 1 leg of the match. It's Still chasing around the board for the double. Now over to double 4, and he may be smiling, but I don't think he really means it. And there's
24.
more missed chances for Jim McEwen.
62.
And this is for the match for a 4-2 victory over Jim McEwen. It is Richard McKee. That win sees him through to the semi-finals. So one more match to see who will be joining him in Group 1 between Jim McEwen and Graham Usher.
The nil was the bit that was on your side.
No, absolutely.
58. Devon, you require 16.
Well, this could be the leg that secures Devon Peterson a place in the semi-final, and it is. He'll still be going for that win. He'll want to win every single match, but...
Camouflage cargo pants from when we first met him.
Yeah, I always associate him with kind of shorts as well. One of those players that goes to the local comps and, like you say,
100.
you don't normally see him in black trousers unless he's here and he has to.
Yeah, he doesn't go around in shorts in the winter, though. He's not totally stupid.
108.
First max of the match, and it goes the way of Peterson. He's really piled on the pressure of this 1-2-1 for Haynes. With his ball for 3 apiece. Oh, and a perfectly found bullseye in the end for Johnny Haynes. 3 apiece. We are down to a one-leg shootout.
Yeah, let themselves have a giggle at the time. So double 8, which he's already hit once. He's got to go across the 4s.
23.
Well, Johnny Haynes has hit this week, but
160.
I think this would mean so much more if he could find it again. Same target, but drops into the 1. More chances on the horizon for
Devon, you
Peterson.
require 8.
Yeah, the first one was saying, come hit me, and he didn't quite do that. But it's Devon Peterson.
Devon Peterson.
Wins it 4-3 over Johnny Haynes. A really good contest between the two there. Devon salutes his massive, the crowd out there. Oh, he's doing autographs now as well for the young man. Well, he should.
She sat down and watched her dad last week, and she thought it was going to be a hard bench. She was very impressed by the foam. She said it was comfy.
Hey, the Live Lounge is built for darts. And its followers, look at this. We've already had a 156 tonight.
120.
Not to be this time.
Graham, you require 126.
Oh, this is on now. This is on now. Bullseye.
Oh,
we are seeing ton shot after ton shot this evening. We told you the top of the show this was going to be special. It was going through his mind as he threw it, and that's what caused him the problem.
Yeah, we do see it often. It's just picking a route, sticking to the route, no hesitation.
140.
It's a great response after the disappointment of leaving it, but it's Usher with a match-winning opportunity here. Single 20 leaves tops for the match for 4-1. And it is Graham Usher who does defeat Jim McEwen by 4 legs to 1. Really was a tip-top performance from Usher. 109 average. And Jim McEwen wasn't very far behind, but it is Graham Usher that joins Richard McKee.
121.
Yeah, double 16 for a 1-2-1 finish. It's a different route, but it's the same outcome. Andreas Harrysson, 2-1 to the good, and that is 3 breaks to throw in a row.
She requires 61.
It would have been easier for him to hit a 1 than hit the treble 20 from where those darts were for Harrysson. Here he goes again. Is he finding his mojo? And the answer is yes. Massively important. 61 and a hold of throw. Generally goes 17. Double 4. One last at it.
21.
Oh, he's gone inside too
Andreas,
far.
you require 40.
All in the hands of Andreas Harrysson.
Can he use that as a guide? Goes under double 10 for the match. And double 10 is found, and it is a 4-1 victory for Andreas Harrysson over Johnny Haynes. Was comfortable in the end for the man from Sweden.
Any of those over his time here at the Live Lounge, but this one doesn't go. McKee can go round the side of that. We've seen that a few times this week. Maybe the situation got to him. Maybe he just didn't quite throw it right.
Andreas,
it's now down to
25.
Andreas with the 25. He goes 9s usually. Double 8. That one's way off.
Game shot.
That one is not. And a clenched fist there from Andreas. That's a sign that he's still in.
We know it's not normally an issue for him, and he doesn't have to chase around for the ball route. Now just looking to tee up because McKee has afforded him more chances.
And he's left that tops route again, which has been a problem for him. I'm quite surprised that he didn't go 16s there.
60. Andreas, you require 40. Game shot.
But there we go. The law of averages says if you keep missing, at some point you're going to hit it first start. Andreas Harrysson wins semi-final number 1. 4-2 is the score, but we have to say commiserations to Richard McKee because he's had a super week 8.
You require
he's missed a couple of darts at a double.
Yeah, just 3 more clear and a chance if Peterson had a 1-1-6 chance. Now it's the 1-1-8 to go within 1 of the match, and this time Devon Peterson finds the top target. He leads 3 legs to 1.
And this would be some way to clinch this second semi-final. It's not going to happen this time.
81.
Oh no, but that last start there from Dev could prove vital. Really important.
100. Devon, you require 80.
Match-winning opportunity here for Devon Peterson. Tops again is the target for 4-1, and it is a 4-1 win for the South African. Devon Peterson finds himself in the final. Graham Usher disappointed, obviously, to be going out the tournament, but
you require 116.
Dev on 116 now comes out for the 16. He's been doing this all evening, and he's done it again. Cool as a cucumber. Now, big moments, big turning points. Should this go? And it's not going to. And Andreas, you can see the look and the nonchalant way that he threw the last dart. Peterson knows this is now or never.
Game shot on the third leg. Devon Peterson.
And now you have to say the road back for Andreas Harrysson is
to throw first.
Long. These were shots that he was taking out so easy on lots of his previous visits here. Andreas.
137. Andreas, you require 8.
oh, wicked deflection has to come down the bottom of the board, and it's more misses on the outer ring for Andreas Harrysson.
Devon, you require 42.
That one's in. A little lad at the front shouted yes when he thought that he hit the double 16 with the first one. Second one was in. Peterson gives the lad a little point, said, that one's in, my friend. Look at this, the camaraderie between the two. Our Series 7 champion raises the hand of our Week 8 champion here in Series 10. There is your champion. It's Devon Peterson, and we know the man from South Africa, residing in Bradford, is enjoying this moment very much indeed. It's a 4-0 win. Look, there's nothing in the averages, nothing in it at all. But it's that scoreline, the 4 on the Devon Peterson side, the 0 on the Andreas Harrysson side. 50% on the doubles for Devon Peterson. So here are our weekly winners so far on this series. Week 1, Alex Small. There, Jensen Walker winning week 2. Sam Spivey, Shane McGurk. We're telling you, we're going to have some week come week 12. We have now got Henry down on stage with our weekly champion, and we'll throw to them.
I tell you what, Devon Peterson's just had a look at that graphic there. Looks all right, doesn't it? Champions Week. Don't mind it. I mean, yeah, I've wanted this for a long time. I mean, getting invited to the Motor Super Series, you see these players lifting up that trophy, and you understand the likes of Luke Littler, and you've seen Shane McGurk as well, now current WDF World Champ. You see all those players coming through and just unearthing gems as well, and I always just wanted to have my moment. I know I lifted the ADC, but that was completely separate. The Motor Super Series is, I mean, it's a level.
What's different about this one?
I think it's the way. So I lost after leading Group A. I think it was scraping through against Paul Hogan, which is a legend in the sport as well. But Andreas, I mean, I played him today twice, and I mean, yesterday and the day before, he was spanking me around like I was a tennis ball, and today was slightly different, and that's what darts is. But you came through a group where players that have been lifting this trophy for a while, and it seems as though time has its own kind of destiny, and now potentially it's my time.
Let's talk about Wednesday afternoon. Obviously, it didn't go to plan. Was that potentially the making or breaking of your week?
Yeah, I felt like the game against Chris Quantock. I mean, I came into the game fiddling with my grip, kind of trying to find something. Yeah, that day for the Chris Quantock game, it was magical for me because I could really feel like I could trust the throw again, and all that whole Wednesday was kind of like mind-boggling in a sense. But I'm happy now. I mean, in the end, it's easy to stand here and go, yeah, everything went well, but it wasn't. Like my brain was a car crash. And you kind of had to settle yourself, make sure that everything's correct. And yeah, tonight it just happened.
So how do you regroup after that disappointment?
You look at it from a point of view as in, take what's the best and forget what was the worst. Build on that. The platform was great. The throw is great on you. And you just kind of, you put in a group where you got Jim McEwen, a fantastic player, obviously leading the group, throwing ton averages like it's going out of fun. Andreas, back-to-back 111. So you kind of know that you have to play in a certain way. It put me in a position almost like I was back on the Pro Tour. If you weren't averaging 95 plus, you're not going to win a game. And yeah, tonight, I mean, like I said, the Motor Super Series isn't one on a Monday night.
Was that perhaps an inspirement for everybody else, what Andreas was doing on Thursday? Because look, everyone will say, oh, I just concentrate on my own game. But come on, when he's throwing in numbers like that, particularly against you, you do stand up and take notice, don't you?
To an extent. I mean, you just become a bystander. And when players do that in any game, you almost go and just go, okay, cool, let me make sure that my game is okay. When I step away from here, not everybody's going to throw 111 average against you. You want to make sure that when you step away from there's positives that you take. I mean, it's not great when you lose 4-0. There's no positives really, but if you can manage a positive, it's a win for you anyways.
To tonight, you set your story out very quickly with that 4-0 win against Andreas. You're beaming from ear to ear. Going full circle to the final, we were having a discussion about it beforehand. Does that head-to-head early on in the evening bear any weight in the final, or is it just forgotten because of the magnitude of the match?
No, 100% it does. I mean, he will feel, I mean, when we shook hands, he said, revenge, because he beat me 4-0 as well. And in his head, he would have felt like, because I beat him 4-0, he had to come through a battle, and therefore, it takes energy out of him. When I came through my games, it was, after I beat him 4-0, it's a bit of a backpedal really for me. So I just kind of cruised through the games and I could reserve energy. For him, he needed to kind of expend energy, and then playing again against Richard McKee as well. It was a fantastic game, and he needed to play it really well, if I'm mistaken or not. Yeah, that's right. And you look at that and you go, I know exactly how he's playing, and I know how good I was playing on the day. I was fighting my first dart. The finishing was great. Everything was holistic. Performance-wise, I was almost in Devon heaven, really, and that's what the crowd was seeing.
Now, I don't know how many of the crowd listen to Magic FM or anything like that, or go to Pop World or anything like that, but I think you made a few friends with that chant.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. I mean, these guys turn up every week. They showcase real support. I mean, players that turn up here, sometimes you can unearth gems like Richard McKee. We've now realized who he is, and you look at players like Andreas. He's won multiple times on the stage, and to be a player like him, yeah, I admire the man and just how he plays. And tonight, for me to get to this win, it's magical.
How does this compare to the ADC?
Yeah, I mean, from a position-wise, Motor Super Series is completely different for me. It puts me in a position of you have to understand exactly what you need to achieve. It also puts you in the finals week, the Champions Week, like you say. It has a nice ring to it, number one. And number two is you're one of the players, of the many players that lifted. And the players that lifted is worth their salt. So it definitely, I mean, I played on the PDC, lifted the Pro Tours and all of those things. But coming back, kind of fighting back, making sure that my form is great, the Motor Super Series has given me an opportunity to do that, and I am forever grateful.
Have a look behind you. Andreas is there. Not just the fans are there, but Andreas Harrysson, the first person to applaud you as well. And that, I suppose, shows the camaraderie and the spirit of the Super Series as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to kind of get here and not have a group of players that's in the back room. I mean, when you play Group A, Group B, or Group C, there's always players that you kind of get on with. And every group that I've been in, I mean, it's always a joke. It's always fun. When you get on here, everybody wants to rip your head off. But when you get there, everybody wants to just take the mick out. So, yeah, it's a great, I mean, what the Motors has built now is something that will change the way in which the future of the sport looks like. And it is the platform to see, I mean, players like Richard McKee have an opportunity to stand on the showcase and kind of be in a position to show the world that Ireland has loads of talent. And you see, I mean, the Swedish great, Andres, he's just a phenomenal player, and he's inspired many so far.
Well, Devon, I have one more word with you in just a second. Andreas, commiserations. Just a couple of words from yourself about your experience this week and how tonight went from your perspective.
Yeah, it was a fantastic week, a great group. Yeah. What can I say? Yeah, a worthy winner. Should have got some doubles, I think. But yeah, a great week as always. I love it here, and congratulations to Devon. Fantastic work.
Very sporting. Just quickly, what's next for Andreas Harrysson?
Well, next for me is Peterson Nordic, I think, and after that, I don't know, maybe Challenge Tour again.
Well, Andreas, thank you very much for coming up. Well done on your exploits this week. Ladies and gentlemen, Andreas Harrysson. Dev, last word goes to you before we have the presentation. So, you've won a big one in this building before the Global Championship. You're going to get a trophy in a minute, but I can imagine you're the type of guy that wants the big one at the end of it, don't you?
Of course. I mean, when you presented with an opportunity like this, I mean, when they said, listen, you're going to play in this week, make sure, they didn't tell you who you were playing against. And when I saw the names come out, I'm like, oh man, Graham Asher, what a top player as well. I mean, just got to the seniors finals. Could have been the victor in that, but just the way in which he played, he missed a few doubles. But like Andreas, he missed a few doubles as well. The other night, he wasn't missing anything. I mean, the trebles got so big for him. I mean, everybody sat there and go, I might as well just play with one dart, really, because you're playing against Andreas the Machine. But yeah, I think every dog has his day, and today I'm that dog.
Well, many congratulations. It's presentation time. Before we do that, lads, how does the song go? Ladies and gentlemen, your Week 8 Motors Super Series winner is the African Warrior,